right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 777. Oh my goodness, 777. This is your lucky night. We're in Vegas, right? It's so good to see all of you here. Yes, thank you for welcoming back. I was gone yesterday. Brandy went solo, but it went good. I saw the replay. It went pretty good. I say so myself. Test taking techniques was good. But I'm back for the hard hitting Wednesday. Tonight, we are going to go ahead and do the long and short of it all.
That's true.
It's going to be the long position, the short position. Hey, if you ever been doing your studying, you know this is like one of those areas that has people all crossed up, got their brains all doing the gymnastics. Well, they're not. Some people on here aren't, they haven't figured out how to do Kona yet.
This is true.
They're doing the unit thing.
I don't even know what unit this is in.
I have no clue in Kaplan or anything else. A unit 54, unit 26 times 2 with the subtract 3 unit. I don't know.
0.2A4.
Only on the version 3.4, 5, and 6. Anyways.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this tonight. We're going to do the long and the short position. It's going to be great. We're going to show you the content, but we're going to show you the easy way to learn this content. So even if you're brand new, you don't want to miss, even if you haven't even really studied, that's okay, because you're going to hear the short of it, not the long of it. It's going to be great. And that's what you want. You want to get right to the point. You don't want the whole, figure out that you're, in other books, you're going to read like 30 pages on this stuff and you're going to find out that you just needed 5 minutes.
That's true.
So here we're going to go. We're going to do that. First off, my name is Andy. I am the guy who's back from his long day at Dodger Stadium yesterday.
Aww.
Thank you all for being here. It was awesome. I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you all about that after the brew. Anyways, and then Brandy, she's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, Series 7, and she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know after I say bless you. All right, so thank you all for being here. We're gonna get into it. Let's just go, Brandy.
Yeah, let's do it. Excuse me.
All of a sudden, her allergies have kicked up. Don't worry, guys. It's not COVID.
It's not.
I know when anybody sneezes, all of a sudden it's COVID, right?
It's just.
I sometimes sneeze just so I can get people to get distance. You know what I mean?
It's just the air.
People are closing in. I just start sneezing.
Where's my 6 feet? got kind of used to that 6 feet.
I'm allergic to negativity, but I ain't telling them that.
Ah.
Anyways, we got our own online on-demand courses, videos, and audios. We have those live sessions where we explain and do all that stuff. Brandy's been laying down some great stuff this week, teaching people the beauty of why wrong. If you don't know what that is, you got to get into that. It is definitely going to raise your scores a lot.
Yes.
Why wrong is such an easy concept, but so not taught. So we go over it we've been going over it this week. So you definitely want to make sure to be in there. Study guides are available, SIE 6 and 63. They're $20 each. They are ebooks. You can print them out. We got the orientation replay that explains it all. We got the Kona community, the Discord. Be on there. It's 24/7 study hall. Ask questions, get answers. It's pretty cool. We got resources over there, and guess what? It's all free. We got the QR code. Scan it. We have links in the chat. That's how you get onto everything that we have. And we're also on Telegram, so feel free to check us out over there. That link tree has everything. 866 Hey Kona, 866-439-5662. We'll be changing that number soon, but we'll put that up there and let you guys know when that is. I'm going to keep that phone number active for a while.
Yes.
But I'm going to redirect them to a newer number that's a lot easier for me to actually help people. Yeah, the other one's like so hard. It's so difficult. I don't even know who's talking to me half the time.
Yeah.
The caller ID.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right, we got a live session reminder tomorrow. I know the SIE is lending and borrowing.
That is true.
Series 6 is, I can't remember. Oh, flow complaint flow. There you go. I get there. That's what it is.
I had to.
You're gonna have some complaints. We got to put it into a flow. No, what it is when you're learning about complaints, there's a way that everything has to get filtered through the system, in which things have to be filed and put paperwork and all these different things. Brandy has it in a nice little flow chart, and she kind of explains it all and how to memorize it and remember, what goes first and what goes where and what timeline and all that stuff. So She's going to go over that in the Series 6, 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. in the East. I'd be there. All right, SIE, we're going to do lending and borrowing, like I said, 11 a.m. in Hawaii, 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. in the East. And remember, Thursdays is a repeat of Tuesday's information, which was already recorded and out there in a replay form. Thursdays are only done so that way people who really wanted to be there live and they like that interaction, they have a chance in those sessions at a different time than they were on the days that they were earlier in the week.
Yes.
So check it out.
Check it out.
All right, we ready to go?
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna dive right into it, right?
That's yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. After the brew, I'll get into my adventures of yesterday, but it's good to be here. So let's just do the hard hitting Wednesday. Let's go.
Yes.
All right, tonight we're gonna go over that topic that I said is a pain in the old assets. It is gonna be the short and the long position.
Yes.
So many times that this has gone over and it's so overly complicated for no reason.
Yes.
And some of you are literally just,
Well, if you're not familiar with this world, this is why. I think that's the biggest thing. Why? And I think that's the hardest hurdle to get over, to be honest with you. Is why do we have to call it a position? And then once once we break it all down, you guys will see. So I actually have
for my Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
Yes. I have a question that somebody posted in chat that kind of sparked this conversation.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
With in the chat in the live sessions that happened Monday through Friday?
No, they posted it in the free message board.
Oh, they put it in the free Discord that's available for everyone by hitting the links that are currently in the chat, and you can just join up. You can even have your name as Ghostwriter123. We don't care. Okay. Just join up.
Yeah. I might refer to you as Ghost, but
hey, we'll have fun with it.
Right.
It only drives Jamie crazy when you don't use your real name. Not me. I don't care.
Yes. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to first approach this with a technique.
Yeah.
Okay. So usually I look at the beginning first, right? It says entering and opening, entering a closing, entering a closing, entering a closing.
I appreciate the fact that this person picked entering and opening because it was different. That's really what they went for.
Which I find.
I find it, usually that works out, especially if you don't even know what's going on.
Exactly. Right. So we definitely see that this one is different because it's the only one. But check this out. JKH and JKH. C and D do not say those three letters.
Right. And where did they even come up with that?
Exactly. Right. So these ones are opposite. If we think of it that way, right? They ended the same, but they started off different. It's the same thing. It's opposite.
Right.
Now, I don't have to look very far in the question to know that that's where they got it, right there.
Yeah, and A, as much as it is different, it actually isn't. It's just more of an opposite.
Yeah, it's an opposite. Well, it's different because it was the only one that said opening.
No, I get it, but it's more of an opposite than anything in this case.
Exactly. And still, we got it down to the technique. It's either A or B. Now, here's where a little bit of content has to happen in this particular question. We're talking about here's what I want to say. We're in a position, right? It doesn't matter if it's long or short. We're in a position. So to be in a position, we have to open, right? So if I play the opposite game, that means, and I'm in a position, that means I have to close it. Okay, that's it. That's going to be the test taking technique.
So to say that I'm in a position means I'm already opened it.
Yes.
So the next step would be I'd have to close it. Right.
And it did say eliminate that position. Right. So if we're playing the opposite game, JKH, 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 it doesn't matter long or short. I'm in a position. So that means I had to open it. That means I got to close it. That's it.
So what she's trying to point out too is if it says you're in, it doesn't make sense to say open because it's like you're already in, you're already open.
Correct.
It's like saying open.
Exactly.
That makes no sense.
Exactly.
So it just in your own head, even if you don't understand the concept completely, it's like if one part of it's saying open, the next part should say to your head, go, well, I need to close it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't understand why.
Like a door.
And that sometimes is just that's the hard part sometimes of this stuff is understanding, and is just like you don't need to go deep. Just like keep it simple like a door.
Yes.
I already opened it. I can't open it further.
Exactly.
The next step is to close it.
Exactly. So the long and short in this particular question, does it matter because the technique is there? Because the technique is there, we don't really care if it's a long or short in this particular question. So let's see how we can universally, I think I make that up.
No,
I adverbed.
No, universal. Yeah, it works universally.
Yeah.
That works.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's universality is what I say sometimes. Okay. We're going to.
That is a made up word.
Thank you.
What are you, George Bush?
Yes. I'm going to tell you guys what long position, short position, and all that stuff means right now.
I miss that president just because of his ability to make up words.
Hey.
And nobody argues because he's the president.
Hey, you know what? Geniuses make up words.
That's a flex. Just saying.
All right, guys. So to be in.
He had that swagger too. Yeah, I made up a word. So I'm the president.
To be in a position means that you had to open a position. That's it. Okay. If we wanted to close the position or end our position, we have to do the opposite. Okay. So to be in a position means I had to open it. If I want to close my position, just like you opened a door and you walked into a room, how do you close that room? You close the same door, right?
Right.
You're going to do the opposite. That's
so
it.
you open it.
Huh?
If you're closing the position?
No. If you're in a position, you open a position. You close a position, you're going to do the opposite. Here's what I mean.
See what I'm saying? How confusing that could be?
I agree. This whole idea.
You said close it, and you said the opposite. I'm going to say open.
This whole thing is very strange if you're not a trader, if you're not trading stocks, this whole thing.
Elijah's got the Jets joke over there. Quarterback position is open in New York.
All right, guys. To be in a long position means that you opened with a purchase. Okay. You're in the long game. You're going long. Okay. So a long position means you open with a purchase, which means you own the stock.
Kind of like if renting and owning a house. I'm playing a long position by owning a house.
Yeah.
I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm waiting for the investment to turn over, that asset, I guess.
Right.
It's a long position.
Right. You're bullish because, guys, you got to remember the name of the game is to buy low, sell high. Okay. The name of the stock game is buy low, sell high. So I am bullish if I'm in a long position because I'm hoping that the price is going to go up. This is my hope. I don't know. My dream.
Well,
my vision.
I mean, look, if you buy a house at $200,000, let's just say, you want that you are praying and hoping that over time the value of that house goes where? Up. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that way when you sell it, there's a what? A profit.
Yes.
You got some money left over so that way you can hopefully go buy another house or use it for something else.
Now, to me, guys, this is pretty.
It's just the commonality of investments. That's why we're in investing, right?
This to me seems the most simple, but we have to do something for those people that like to play the risky game. And that is called short. Now, when I was studying,
kind of like when people do the house flipping.
Yes. Guys, when I was studying, I had no idea. Like I thought long meant buy, short means sell, which it does mean that. But I thought I was long a stock, I sold that stock, now I'm short the stock. That makes no sense, but that's what I thought for the longest time when I was studying. But to be in a short position, like the question, means I had to open. Now check this out. it can't be with a purchase because then that's long. It's got to be the opposite.
I kind of got to figure out a way to rent it. I'm not going to keep it very long.
I'm going to open with a sale. What the heck? How is the first thing that you do with a stock sell it? How do you sell something you don't own? You guys remember a few weeks ago we talked about margins?
Yes.
We talked about the short margin.
Yes. What is a margin really?
Borrowing.
Borrowing.
So this means that you borrowed stock to sell high.
What do you do when you rent? Borrow.
Basically, right? So now that I sold that stock, this makes me bearish. The idea here is that I'm hoping that the price drops because I got to return that stock. Why do I got to return that stock? Because I borrowed it.
I was just holding it for a minute.
Yes.
And if I got to give it back, do I want to give it back at a higher value? No, because that means I have to pay that higher price. I want the value to go down so that way I don't have to pay that much money back.
Right.
I borrowed money. Think about the interest rate problems we got right now, right?
Right. So the idea is that I sold it for 80 and I'm going to rebuy it at 10. Let me say that again. I sold for 80. I'm going to rebuy it at 10. That is a $70 profit. And I'm not doing that with one stock. I'm usually doing it with 100 stocks or 1,000 stocks, or hedge funds do it with hundreds of thousands of stocks. Times 70. Woo! It's a lot of money. Now, guys, how am I going to close my short position? If I opened with a sell, I need to return. I need to buy the stock again. So how do I close out my short position?
With a buy?
I close with a buy.
Because now it's a long position.
Nope.
No, it's closed.
No, I closed it.
Closed it.
I returned the stock. I don't even own the stock. I returned it. It's not mine. I just had to go out and buy it. Here's your stock back. Look, I'm in a short position. I want to close that position. I'm going to do a purchase. Boom. That's it. Now, how do I close a long position? The stock's going down.
I guess you sell it.
I'm going to close with a sell.
Kind of like with that house, right? You closed out that long position you had on your house by selling it.
Now, here's the complicate. I got time, right? Yeah. Right.
You have all the time you want.
Guys, here's where this gets slightly more confusing. Because the way I learned open and closing option positions, well, what are you doing with this?
Well, some people are going through those units on Kaplan and they understand. They're like 50 pages of charts and tables and arrows. I have no idea what's going on still.
Guys, if you're open a position, okay? If you open a position, guess what you're doing? You're waiting. You're waiting to close.
Well, yeah.
Makes sense?
Waiting for my moment.
You're waiting for your moment. Exactly. I love that. You're waiting for your moment.
I'm waiting for that moment where I can make some money. And then I'm going to close that baby.
Exactly. You're waiting.
I'm waiting for like if I was in a house, right? I'm waiting for the interest rates to be lower, where everybody wants to buy. You know, like 2020 was great for if you were selling a house, right? Everybody was buying houses at a crazy price, right? I bought my house at 200 grand. All of a sudden, my house is now worth 800 to 900, and the interest rates are like 2. I've waited for this moment forever. Everybody pack up. I don't care how long you guys want to be here. We're out. I've waited this and it has arrived.
Right. So do you guys see this? Now, if I open, let's say I go long And I'm not going to put call or put, but if I'm long an option, that means I bought the contract, right? If I'm long an option, I bought the contract. That means, what am I doing? I'm waiting to exercise.
Or to sell it.
Nope.
No.
Don't go. That's Series 7 stuff. That's
all right.
That gets crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Right? Let's keep it simple. We'll go there one day, though. We'll go there one day. Advanced strategies of options. I got the stuff locked in, by the way. Long options. I bought the contract. I'm waiting to exercise. If I'm short a contract.
All our Series 7 studiers are like, dang it. I tried, guys. I tried.
I told them that I did tell some Series 7 people that I will film the advanced option strategies on a Friday one day.
I tried.
If I'm short an option, that means I sold the contract, right? So guess what I'm doing? I'm waiting for it to expire. Because I want my money.
Right.
You guys see that? So these are opening positions.
So if I sold, what you're saying is if I sold a contract, a short option contract to somebody who wants to play that risk game, I'm waiting for that time that contract expires.
Right,
because they got to pay me back. Or they got to pay me. I'm sorry.
I get to keep my premium.
I get to keep all the money.
I don't have to exercise anything. I'm in the clear.
All right.
See? And so that's it. So how do you close your options contracts? If I'm long my contract, I'm going to close it by selling it. The same contract. The same option. Nothing about the option changes. If I bought an ABC 40 call, I have to sell an ABC 40 call. Everything stays the same. Okay. I'm going to open it. I'm going to sell it. Now I could exercise. I can exercise. That'd be fine. But when you guys do get to the Series 7, you do realize that you're buying and selling option contracts as if it's the security itself. So the idea here is that this is close to being exercised. I'm going to sell that thing for higher than what I bought it for. Oh yeah. I just made some money. Crazy. Now, if I'm short an option contract, I don't return my options agreement to my firm. I have to close this contract. So I have to close it. It's weird by buying the same contract.
Don't get caught up in how weird it is.
It's weird, but who cares? It's just do the opposite. To close, you do the opposite. To close, you do the opposite. To close, you do the opposite. If I opened a door by pushing it open, I'm going to close the same door by pulling it closed. Push it open, pull it closed. Same door, different direction.
Yeah.
Same security, different direction. Ooh, I never said it that way. I like that. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah. And the thing is, people get so confused about, and they're like, well, I need the 5 pages or 20,000 pages to read about this so I can have some clarity on how it all works. It won't get any clearer for you.
And honestly, guys,
it won't get any clearer. And the more you learn about it, sometimes the more muddied it gets.
Your head
the more murky.
Yes.
So just keep it very simple and remember these simple words that Andy is going to tell you right now, especially if you're learning the SIE. You're not going to be an options person.
No, for the most part, guys, because even if you get your Series 7, you still have another test to go to be an options trader.
You're not trading options, so just stop it. All you need to know is what we just showed you.
Exactly.
Open, close it.
That's it.
Close it, open.
Yes.
Open, close it.
I do want to say this for those of you who are studying either the SIE or the 7 that have options questions on it. First of all, let me give you guys a little sigh of relief for the SIE. 1 to 4 questions. That's what you guys are seeing on the SIE, right? When you get to the 7, it's closer to 15 questions out of 125. But guys, here is what I'm going to say. Remember to keep it simple. The more simple you keep option contracts, the easier it is just to make the connections. Long, you buy it. So, short, you sold it. That's it. And then you're going to plug the rest of the stuff in. It's that easy.
And go to the question again and remind them how easy it is. You just plug that information in.
Guys, let's do this again. Watch. Let me erase everything here. So we just explained everything, right? We just went over everything. Opening, closing, 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 right? Now I could even gone purchase, purchase, sell, purchase. It's too much. JKH, JKH, JJK, ABC, JKH. They're all capitals. My eyeballs just automatically see them, right? So you're out, you're out. I have a position. That means I opened already. I want to eliminate it, which means I have to close it. That's the answer. In a position, that means it was opened. I'm going to eliminate that position, which means I'm going to close it. And I played the opposite game. Sorry, because I know what you guys are going to say. Well, C and D both say close.
Keep it simple. It's not learning the knowledge. It's learning to apply it and how you're going to see it in the questions.
Exactly.
Do you see how uncomplicated that was in the question? That's what you're going to need to face. That's what you're going to need to know. Not all the craziness on how to do options trading. Don't get lost in it. Don't try to make crazy sense of it. Don't lose sleep over it. And the biggest mistake most people do is they spend so much time, especially if you're in the SIE, spending so much time studying options. And then they get so depressed when they go to the exam because they're so prepared for this crazy option stuff. And they got one question. And then they don't pass because you know why? They ran out of time studying all the other areas. You gotta be efficient in all the areas. You gotta be a C student in all the areas they test you on. If you're doing the SIE, there's 4 areas, not 11 units, not 12 or whatever else the other study preps do. There's only 4 areas. 4 areas. And if you want to know those 4 areas, we have them available in our membership. No, seriously, it's in our study guide. We have it all highlighted in the 4 areas. Be a C student in those 4 areas. That's it. Don't be going nuts. Don't go crazy. Don't lose sleep. Don't try to figure it out. Don't do that. Simplest, simple. Keep it super simple, just like we showed you tonight. All right, everybody. I hope that helps you out and gives you some clarity, some reprieve, some relief, right? And you go get yourself some study time. Go be consistent. Consistency is everything. We got live sessions happening tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll be back with those test-taking techniques, a little bit of content. We call it the Series 6 because we're going to have something for all 6 exams. Tomorrow, we will be covering that Series 7.
Yes, we will.
Not like tonight. We shut you down. Sorry,
7.
It'll give... The reason why is SIE people will literally have a heart attack on the floor. They'll be like, oh my God.
There's credit spreads and debit spreads.
Yeah, they just might. They just might just like throw their book on the floor and be like, I'm over it. I'm out. So we don't do it.
No.
But we'll do that. We'll do something for the Series 7 tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you all for being here. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Guys, thank you so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Remember to keep it simple in your quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.